Well, here in Nova Scotia, the trees are just starting to turn, and we're going to be doing the Cabot Trail. Probably not today, but tomorrow we'll probably start the Cabot Trail. It's supposed to be one of the most scenic drives in Canada. Now, I've been out west, and I love out west. It's still my favorite spot to be. So we'll see. But you can definitely tell the trees are starting to change. Look at that view. And this is probably the best time of the year to come out here. It's obviously tourist season's pretty well over, but now the tourist season's going to be picking back up because of the fall colors. So, it should be beautiful. World famous Cabot Trail. We are just about to enter it. Absolute beautiful drive. So if it's even close to being this nice, it's going to be quite a treat. And there's some like brand new mansions being built in the sides of hills and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. But it's the old houses, you know, the ones that are just look like they've been around since the middle of the 1800s. Those are the ones that are like very cool looking. Some of the roads out here are like really good, like the one I'm on right now, it's very decent. And then there's other roads out there are just absolutely disastrous to try to drive on. Now there's a good boondocking spot right there. It's the start of a logging road, so they got it like that crushed stone there, so for the trucks to turn around and stuff like that, but it's just wide open. That'd be a good spot. But we're gonna try up here at this lighthouse. It's about 40 kilometers away, so we'll see. There's another road heading up on the side of the hill up there. I don't know why I folded my mirrors yet. I'm backing up. Make sure nobody's coming. I just saw something out of the corner of my eye and I thought, oh my God, it's a bear. Well, you'll see in a second what it actually is. That's exactly what I saw. And I just saw black and then also looked at me. It's a moo-moo cow. Mm-hmm. I was like, yeah, whatever. Because I'm just driving on this really kind of narrow little road right along the water line, getting up to the lighthouse where I plan on boondocking tonight. It says I got 3 more kilometers to go. It's a slow road. It's bumpy, dusty, and obviously it has livestock on it. So this is home for tonight, and it's in Cape Breton here, and it's actually an island. So I'm just going to try to zoom in a little bit more, so you can see we're right there, and we're at the lighthouse. Oh, right there. So it's a nice little drive in on a gravel road, but there's another car here, and I see some people down there. But I'm sure they're just going to hang out for a little bit. But other than that, yeah. It is so calm right now. Like there's no breeze or nothing, which I didn't expect. I totally expected it to be fairly windy right now, but nothing. Hear the crickets. Oh, there's a ship. See where those people are standing? Look right above them, right on the horizon. You can see a ship out there. Look how pretty this area is. Very nice. Very, very fortunate to be able to stay in places like this. Very fortunate. Like I said, right now it's, I don't know, it feels like it's like 20 degrees and there's not even a breeze. Like nothing. Unbelievable. I totally expected it to be like extremely windy, like being on the edge like this. I thought the wind would be just howling over here, but absolutely nothing. Well, look how nice the ocean looks. I bet you in another month it won't look like this. So guys, I'm at Cove right now, and it's pretty well the northernest point in Cape Breton. So you just leave the Cabot Trail, which is Highway 30, and then you go about another 30 kilometers on the kind of a broken asphalt to a gravel road, and then you get up here and you can see the campsite up top of the hill there, and this is the sites. They're just basically on the side of a hill. So I'm not sure. I'll try to, without making too big of a mess, I'll try to keep the noise down for the wind. She's quite the view though. It says do not enter and there's a walking trail. For obvious reasons, they say don't enter. But what fun would that be? Now there is camping, I heard, down on the beach. So I'm here for 2 days. I might even just stay one night down at the beach. We'll see. She's quite the view. It says do not enter, and yet there's a campsite back here. Yeah, so you can see the beach camping. There's a vehicle down there. Right there. So there's some cabins here that you can rent, which are right there. And then that building back there with the red roof, that's the washers. Or washrooms. Pretty nice. And here's the washroom. Okay. So it's a wheelchair access. So then there's another washroom there, and your shower, and another shower. Nice. So I'm in Dingwall in Cape Breton, and the ocean looks a little rough today. I can't believe how mild it is though. There's a beach camping just over there. You can see where am I pointing? So there's beach camping right on the other side over there, and they say you can stay there overnight. I don't know if I'd get any sleep. I definitely have to put my earplugs in because of the wind and the waves. It sure is beautiful. Look at this old retired girl. Well, this one definitely is a different looking lighthouse. It's concrete. And I gotta be honest, I'm not sure if this is the original location for it or not. We're gonna go to the museum first. Hi, how are you? I'm good. So I just came from inside the museum. Very informative. So we're gonna go inside the lighthouse now. Oh.
That's not forgiving.
Now, this won't be original, the concrete.
No, the concrete was poured here.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like it was poured here.
Yeah, it was poured here. So that was, it was formed, this was part of the concrete part was formed and poured. And it sat 6 weeks before anything went on top of it. So, just so it could cure, I guess.
Yeah, oh yeah, exactly.
So that's what they call a Fresnel lens. And those were designed by a guy in France around 1822. So for the light keeper, because this in here would have been an oil lamp and it stayed out on the island, that lens had to be polished every day. That was a must for them. So this opens up so we could clean inside. So all those ledges had to be cleaned that was every day. That was a job for every day.
What was the price tag on something like that back then?
I don't know, but they're expensive.
Like, I mean, because it would come from France.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, it's got the marker up there, Paris, France.
Well, there you go, guys. Got some good history from that one. I didn't feel comfortable having my camera on when we were on the inside of the house, and she was telling me about some stuff about the lighthouse, but I'll try to remember it. The tour that we just had of that little lighthouse, that was actually on the island out here. Hey guys, I'm just editing this video, and I forgot to actually explain the lighthouse there. So it's actually cast iron, and I'm going to show you on the map here. I'm going to try to do my best anyways. So I'm in Dingwall, which is right there, and you saw me up here at Meat Cove. Well, that lighthouse was actually on an island called St. Paul Island, which is right here, and was told that they because of the ships now with GPS and satellite and everything like that, they felt no need to put a lighthouse on this island anymore. So it was brought back to land, and I'm not sure exactly where the first spot it was, that lighthouse, and then they, like a group of people, decided, hey, we want it here, so then they dismantled it, poured the concrete footing, put it together, because it's cast iron. I said it was concrete because it just kind of looked like concrete, but it's actually cast iron, and then poured a pad on the top of it, and then set the top part of the lighthouse back on. So it was actually on a island called St. Paul's Island. Again, it's extremely windy, so I don't feel comfortable putting my drone up in the air. Morning, guys. We're still in Dingwall right now. This is where I stayed last night. There was room beside me for another camper, but about 9 o'clock a truck camper came in, and if you look right there, you can just see the top of his camper right there. He drove down and parked over there, which is fine. Some people feel that, you know, the guy doesn't want them parked right beside him or whatever. Well, guess what? By 7 o'clock at night, it's pitch black here anyway, so I don't know. No big deal for me, but anyways, you guys want to see a beautiful beach. So what's interesting is you can see the piles of rocks right here, and they're all spread out during the day, but you can see a nice little pile here and then this beautiful sand there. But as soon as you go past that last pile down there, it is absolutely sand and you can't find a pebble. So like I was saying, guys, there's a pile of pebbles there, and then you got the sand and another pile here. But then look at this. As soon as you go past this last one, there is nothing, absolutely nothing. I walked all the way down to that bend down there, and there was nothing. Unbelievable. Look how beautiful that sand is. So this is Good Morning from Nova Scotia. Woo! You didn't get me now. You didn't get me. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I can definitely think of worse places to call home. Well, I just left Dingwall, had a beautiful sleep, but I'll be honest, I'm finding now that I will only get a good sleep if I put my earplugs in, because the noise of the waves, even though people like talk about the ocean, is way too loud for me. I'm a very light sleeper, so I find that if I don't wear earplugs, I don't get a good night's sleep. So anyways, we're still heading around the loop, the Cabot Trail loop, and I'm doing it in a clockwise rotation. So we're going to be, today we need supplies. It's been about 5 or 6 days since I've gotten supplies, so I'm gonna stop in a small town. It says I only got about 10 kilometers before I get to the grocery store. You don't even know what the town's called, to be honest. So Dingwall, I just left. So about 20 kilometers away from Dingwall, clockwise on the Cabot Trail. That's the town I'm going to. But anyways, so I'm not even sure where I'm staying tonight. It's around 8 degrees right now and raining. So I'm not sure. Like, I've been boondocking for 4 days now. So I might pick up a campsite just to make sure that everything's all good. I've been getting almost zero. I haven't used the DC charger on the truck, which mainly because I'm not driving all that far. I'm only going, maybe 30 kilometers, 40 kilometers in a day to run the DC charger. I'm not getting a whole lot of charge anyways because I'm not putting in 5 or 6 hours of driving. And because of the overcast weather, which you can obviously see, I'm not getting a whole lot of solar. So I think right now I'm down to 64 or 65% because I used it for the hot water and I use it every day for obviously the coffee. So I might actually find a campsite and plug in. Now we're coming up to their festival, which, don't quote me, 19th of October or something like that. It's a changing of the colors, they call it, or something like that. And all over the island there's festivals. So I'm sure I'm going to be close to Sydney. That I do know. I'm heading towards Sydney. So whether or not I see or get to be involved, but as you can tell, it is absolutely gorgeous drive and the colors are incredible. So yeah, that's an update. Neil's Harbor. That's where I got to go to the co-op. Neil's Harbor. Trying to remember the town. This guy must have been fairly important to get a town named after him. How about this for a quaint little spot? This definitely has the East Coast feel, I'll tell you. Chowder House. Just a view from one of the pullouts. Again, this is the park, so we're not allowed to fly drones. So we're actually on the Englishman Ferry, and the jack on the trailer did rub coming on, and I don't know what to decide because it's fairly steep ramps here, so I'm hoping I'm gonna be I don't mind if it slides a little bit, I just don't want it to catch on something, right? So this is just a quick ferry across the river here. Why there's no bridge, I'll be honest, I don't know, because it's not that far across. If it's 200 feet, maybe 300 feet tops. Don't know why they don't build a bridge instead of having a ferry like this 24 hours a day. So, why don't you guys come join me at the table here? There, that's better. What are my thoughts on the Cabot Trail? It is a beautiful drive. I still might have been just a tad bit early to go through it. The trees were changing, but I think I was probably about a week and a half early. But I mean, I still got to see it. I think it would have got a lot busier when their festival started for the changing of the colors. So I'm kind of glad I wasn't there for that traffic, because I'm sure it would have got a lot busier than what it was, even though it was busy enough. So like I said, I went on the clockwise rotation around it, and it wasn't until afterwards some people said, well, you should have went counterclockwise because all the pull-offs are on that side of the road, so you didn't have to actually change to go to the other side. Very true. I actually never even thought of that. But because I was still in a time frame where there wasn't so much traffic, it wasn't that big of a deal for me to actually just go across. And to be honest, because of the way my camera's mounted on the truck, it was better that I actually went on the clockwise rotation. That way I could actually fold in the mirror and then get some side shots. I wouldn't have been able to do that if I was on the other side, right? So to be honest, I'm glad I went the clockwise direction, but if you're just going to go there sightseeing and pull off to look at all their lookouts, you're probably better off to do the counterclockwise. But yeah, no, it was a beautiful drive. I'm still loving BC. Sorry, I still think BC's got more to offer. I mean, you're going through the mountains, and there's everything from the lakes and the mountains and the cliffs and everything. But there's beautiful drives everywhere. Mount Lemmon. You remember that video when I was in the States there? That was incredible. Like, that was an incredible drive. But yeah, bar none, it was a beautiful drive. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I know it's a little bit longer. I didn't do a whole lot of talking on this one, but because mainly it was based on the Cabot Trail and the drive, not so much me flapping my gills. Don't forget, make sure you leave some questions there, because I will be doing a question and answer fairly soon. I've been writing them down, and I got to do some video on some of them, like for instance the hitch on my truck. I'm going to do a video on it. And then people want to know also now, for some reason, this whole channel was started on my journeys, but 99% of the interest is the truck, the trailer, the payload, gas mileage. So I definitely know where my demographic of my viewers are. It's people are basically, I'm kind of assuming it's 90% guys, and they all want to know about if I do this, can this truck do this for me, and that kind of stuff, which I totally understand. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. And as always, be good, be kind, be careful. We'll see you down the road. Bye bye.
I think it's time for me to